Oh, you're a little bit bored in Driving Empire because, to be honest, other than grinding for the licensed cars, which are amazing, there's not much to do in the game at the moment. So, here are 10 things to try and spice up the game if you haven't already. So, the first one is kind of something I do sometimes, and it is drive as realistically as you can. So basically, you could like go in first person if you really want to, but you can basically, use your turn signals, stop at red lights, go at green lights. This car doesn't really show up that much for the turn signals. But like, just play as realistically as you can, and feeding into that point, it's not speeding. So obviously, if you go fast next to a speed camera, they do have a feature where if you go obviously over the speed limit, it, captures you, I guess. It doesn't actually do anything, you don't get put in prison or something like that. But you do get a little bit of a fine kind of thing, I'm pretty sure. To be honest, the game's sense of speed is really bad. It feels like I can run at the speed I'm going right now. Like, this is really slow. Anyway, now another thing you can do is, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to deal with it, but you can go into a public server and kind of just sit on top of buildings and watch sometimes. Now, if I go to a public server, I do have to kind of avoid people. So sitting on top of buildings, people don't really expect, now saying that they will, but you can kind of just watch. A really good spot is kind of here, because a lot of people go, throughout the city. You can literally just sit here and just watch and stuff like that. When I've been editing, sometimes if I'm in a public server, I can literally just sit here and, I don't know, it's just nice to do sometimes. Obviously, you're probably not going to be sitting here for too long because, to be honest, it's not the most exciting thing, but it is something to just do and watch if you're really that bored. But another thing involving people is just simply doing car meets. Now, Driving Empire does have a specific channel in their Discord, I'm pretty sure, for car meets. So you can go hang out with other people, you can go, talk with other people and stuff like that. Or you can just try and do it in a public server. Now, most people in public servers are 10-year-olds who don't know how to type properly. But, you could try. There's still some people who can, but most people don't actually speak in public servers for whatever reason. I don't know why. But you can try and do a car meet in a public server. I would advise you just to join the Driving Empire Discord server and do a car meet. It's way, more fun, because people there actually kind of care to, about the car meets and stuff like that. So, it's just other people wanting to come with you. Now, another thing, while I just went past the house area, is kind of roleplay. Now, to me, I don't like roleplay all too much. It's not my, type of thing to do if I'm bored or whatever. It's, okay, but I don't find much fun doing it. Some people might. But basically, you could get a house, you can roleplay, into school, maybe, having a I don't even know, to be honest. But you can roleplay kind of thing in the game. There are going to be more things added to do with roleplay, I'm pretty sure. This door in my house just not... Why do I got a fake door in my house? Wait, no, there is a little... Oh, never mind. Anyway, you could just roleplay for fun. Some people have done it. I do see sometimes, very rarely, but if I do join a public server, there has been some people where they do roleplay, which is kind of cool. Sometimes it does get a little bit weird, but... Anyway, next is take images of cars. So, in these kind of houses, if you go into the garage itself, there's actually, kind of cool lighting in here. So if I park my car in here, you can kind of see the car has really nice lighting in here. Obviously, with this, you can change the time of day, but you could basically change the time of day to whatever you want. It's really buggy for whatever reason, they mess it up. But basically, you can take some images and stuff like that. You can take some interesting angles if you want to. You can find new things, and then you can post it in the Driving Empire Discord, where people actually share photos of their car pictures as well. So, you can do a lot of things. And another thing to do with taking car images kind of thing is take car montages. Now, to be honest, I did 2, because I was kind of bored recently. I'm probably not going to do any more because of music and stuff like that. But you can take some cool car montages and stuff like that. And to be honest, it is really fun. They do take a little bit of time to work on if you really want them to be good, but they are actually fun to record and then see how your video actually turned out in the kind of, you know, making of it all, I guess. But I don't know, montages and taking pictures is for me. But if you don't want to take montages and, you know, take pictures and stuff like that, another thing is drifting. Now this card isn't really for it, so go ahead and get this info here. You could do some drifting if you want to. Like, I'm not, as you can see, I'm not good at drifting at all, really. But you can try and do some, like, cool drifts. I have seen some people who've done some really nice drifts around, like, borders and things, and I don't know. Some people have had really nice drifts. I can't drift that well, but it is a, you know, good thing to learn if you really want to do something different. And, I don't know. Next is off-roading. Now, to be honest, we don't have that many parts in the game where you can off-road, but there is this mountain area over here. Now, there is some other parts of the map where it's kind of off-roading, which is like over here. It's not really much, to be honest, but it is still off-roading. But here, you can kind of just do like a little, I don't know, little jumps bit. This is like not hard to do because it's drifting. Yeah, you can do some like off-roading bits. Now, they do have an off-roading race specifically for off-roading. It's not here right now. The event that's going on is the Sophia Bay race, but it does show up here. When it does show up, it'll say Off-Road Rally, so do that if you want to. It's kind of nice. You could like do that. I do hope Driving Empire adds some like kind of off-roading parts in the new map when they do add it, because they've been saying new map. Anyway, the last thing is just customized cars. Now obviously I'm not going to change the customization of this because I like the spec. But cars, for example, like this is a stock spec for it, but if I really wanted, you can try new specs out. So if I didn't like this blue at the moment, I can go and change it to red. Now, to be honest, I do like this color, so I'm not going to change it. But if you don't like the color for something, you can go ahead and like change it, basically. When you do change it, you could also then go ahead and take some pictures or montages of that car. You can just customize the car. Like, I can just go to like a red color and stuff like that and just change the whole thing of the car, I guess. And there are some cars where they have body kits. So for example, Nissan here, the 2011 Nissan GTR has a lot of body kits, and you can actually change the car. So I've got like off-road rally spec right here, but you could change the spec to something like a drag edition, or I don't know, something else. Basically, you could just customize cars to actually like fit what you want, kind of thing. But yeah, there's not really much Driving Empire has to offer to actually do much at the game at the moment. Like, once they revamp quests, that'll be a thing to do, because maybe they might be a prize for doing something like that. But yeah, to be honest, the only two things that have actually like got me out of boredom with Driving Empire, to be honest, is taking car images, montages, because I did that recently, and then a little bit of customizing cars, because it is kind of nice to change up your specs once in a while. But that's about it. I hope this does help you get less bored with the game. I do hope Driving Empire adds some more things to keep the game exciting, because licensed cars are all cool and all, but it's not the most exciting thing to do, like, you know, really. But yeah, that's about it. Hope this helps cure your boredom with the game, and have a good day.